Yeah, good evening, guys. I'm audible, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So, how are you guys? How's the day?
Sir.
Good, sir.
Good to hear. Post the announcement.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, hi, good evening, guys. Yeah, guys, a few of you guys have messaged me in WhatsApp. Uh, so sorry for my delayed replies. Okay. Usually I reply the messages in the evening only. Okay. So yeah.
No, no, sir. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, with you and you, Akhilesh, I think Swapnil, I guess. He also messaged me yesterday. Replied him back today. So because usually I'm hooked up with my work because I'm working on the cross time zone. Most of my team is in UK, so yeah, I'm pretty busy during the day. Okay, so probably in the evenings I'll reply back. So let's wait for a couple of minutes and then let's start. Um, so guys, how about this Saturday? This Saturday, you guys have doubts to clear, right? Or do you guys want me to prepare something different and we'll speak about that?
Sir, CSS grid.
Yeah, grid I have prepared for today, so don't worry about it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah, let's jump in. That is, so hi everyone, good evening. So today we are going to discuss about the CSS lecture 6th. It's a 6th lecture. And the one that we are going to look into today was actually flex items only. That was only there as part of today's syllabus. So I have also included grid container, grid item. So we will touch base on a little bit on these all the topics. Okay, because we also going to look into bootstrap grid also in the upcoming class. So we'll touch base on what grid is, how grid is used. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss. So before moving forward, I just want to know, guys, yesterday's flex class, how many people implemented it and tried it out? Yeah. So what I will say is, so with this, right? With everything we have seen so far, so I'll give you one particular link. Okay. So I want you people to make this particular thing. You're able to see my page, right? It's an Instagram page. Okay. It's a normal Instagram page. It's just everything is hard coded. Okay. I want you guys to try this out on your own. I know you can get a lot of it's in code pen, so you'll get the code directly, but I don't want you people to use it. Okay. So I want you guys to make this on your own. Okay. I'll just paste this in the chat so everybody can get hold of this particular thing. I'm giving this because all the concepts, SEO, CSS concepts, whatever we have learned so far, right? With that, we can implement this page. Okay. This is not your assignment or project or something. It's like your in your own interest. If you try this out, right, you will get cleared with all the concepts. Okay. If you're going to sit in an interview, right? Interview sometimes there are times where people ask the concept theoretically. They can ask you a little bit of coding, but most of the time they will ask you guys to write some applications depending upon the question they're going to give. They can ask you in an interview to sit down and write an application for Instagram. Okay, these things are possible. Okay, recently I have given one interview. A couple of months before, I gave an interview to a Canadian company. Okay, it was the very good company in Canada. It's called Wild Motion. So those guys, right? They asked me to. Gave me 3 hours of time. It was a Zoom call, Zoom interview. 3 hours of time. So they asked me to switch on my video camera and share my screen, and they asked me to write an application, complete application with UI, backend, database, everything. Okay. Is it clear now, guys? Is my voice breaking?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Cool. So this is how they have asked me to do. Yeah, I eventually cleared the interview, but I didn't like the role that much. Okay, I didn't like that particular role that much, so I didn't opt for it. Okay, so like that. So this is how the interviews might go. So that's why I'm asking you guys to try this out. Try this out. Okay, so people will understand how this concepts we are using and what concepts we are using. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
So what was
Saiza.
so what was that? Actually, I joined late.
Okay, so I was just asking you guys to create this particular website, whatever I'm showing you right on the screen, right? This is not your project or assignment. This is just a gesture I'm giving you guys to test your HTML CSS skill. Okay, you can use help. You can refer Google. You can refer codes. There's nothing problem. What I'm asking you to do is try to implement all the concepts whatever we have learned so far using this particular. Okay, is
Yes,
it clear, guys? I pasted this
Yes,
link
sir.
in the chat, so please take hold of it. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, hello.
Yes, Ramil.
Sir, we're creating one website. We are saving the file as .html. Sir, for .com, how should we save that? www something.
Okay.
URL.
That is actually done through DNS. So what happens is now you okay. Wait, I'll show you that part. So just be quick with that. I thought these things got covered initially in your class. Sure, okay, no problem. Just tell you how that works. See, what you'll do is you'll create these website. Okay, it would be like index.html, right? Yeah, the name of the site will be something called index.html. So you will take a cloud machine. Okay, you will deploy this in that machine. Okay, and from DNS servers, like you have a GoDaddy or Amazon Web Service or Square Solutions. Like this, there are a lot of people who sell domain. So you'll purchase domain. Okay, and whatever place you're deploying this, right? You will link that particular thing to this particular link. Okay, this will be www.abcd.com. Okay, so when you hit this particular website, it will reroute your request to this particular machine, this server machine. This server machine will contain your files that will provide the detail to the respective browser. So that is how it is happening. It is not about saving it. For that you require separate domain. You need to purchase the domain.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I create one HTML file and saved it. And
Okay.
I checked it. The another desktop means it's not opening.
You don't open. Because that is local to that particular desktop.
Yeah, okay, that's why I asked.
Yeah. To do that, how you can do this is in GitHub, you have something called as GitHub pages. Okay. If you're going to publish that as a GitHub page, then there is an URL through which you can access anywhere. Okay. You can search for GitHub pages. Okay. Or you can use Netfly. Netfly is an
GitHub features, sir.
pages.
Pages. Okay. Sir.
Yeah. Or you can use Netfly. Okay. With this also you can deploy your you can connect your GitHub repo to this particular server. They will serve it into certain URL. Okay. You can also use Netfly. Heroku does the same also, right? Heroku also does the same. Okay. Yeah, guys. Let's jump in today's session. Okay. So yeah, today what we are going to discuss. Today we'll be discussing about flex items, then CSS grid layout, grid container, and grid item. So basically, both flex and grid are similar in kind of in terms of implementation. Okay, both like we have the flex container, we have the grid container. Like we have the flex item, we have the grid item. So both have similar properties, similar CSS properties. The only difference that we're going to look into is flex is one-dimensional, mostly one-dimensional. Grid is kind of a two-dimensional thing. Okay, right? So yeah, let's jump into the flex items. Let's learn what flex items. Okay, so flex items are nothing but when we have a particular, see, we have a parent. Okay, we have a parent, and for this particular parent, we have given display as flex in the CSS. So that becomes the flex container. Line number 2 to 3 becomes the flex container. So the directed child for this particular div to which you have applied display as flex, the direct child becomes flex items or flexible items. So these are the direct child for the parent, right? So these all becomes flexible flex items. That means the child item, the child of the parent class, the direct child becomes the flex items. Any doubt what is a flex container and what is a flex item?
So please repeat one more time.
See, in the parent, we have a parent here and we have certain amount of child here. In CSS, what you have done is to the parent, we have given display as flex. So to the parent element, if you have given display as flex, that particular parent becomes flex container. That particular parent is called as flex container. Okay. And to this flex container, the direct child, all the direct child are called as flex items. So these all are the direct child for this particular div. Okay. So that is in uh, these all divs with child square class name are flex items, and anything which is coming inside, for example, instead of one, I have one more div here. Okay, div is one. So in this case, what happens is the div which is inside the child div, right, which is inside the child div is not in flex item. This particular object is not a flex item, but this complete div is a flex item. Okay, so like that. So this is called as flex item in flex container. Any doubt here, guys, on this?
No, sir.
So the immediate child will be only the flex item.
Yeah, immediate child will be the flex items, and anything which is coming inside the flex child, right, that will have the property of the parent. Okay, so like that. So if they ask you what are flex items, these are the flex items. Okay. Yeah, please, guys, if you have asked the question, please go on mute. Thank you. Okay.
So their child are not flex items. These child squares are flex items.
Yeah. If you consider child square as the parent and you have things inside it, that will not be considered as a flex item, because the parent and child relationship is only defined in terms of flex. That will be become a grandchild, right? If something which is comes inside the child square, that will become a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
grandchild. Yeah, that is the point.
Got
So
it, sir.
people under, yeah. So now this clear, guys. Give me a thumbs up or put it in chat, guys. Okay, that would be great. Yeah. So now let's look into the next thing. So sorry guys, it was a very hectic day for me today also. So right, so let's focus here. So this flex items, right? These are properties. Okay. So these properties that we are going to look today will be order, flex row, flex string, flex basis, and then we will just touch base on flex and align cell. Okay. So the important ones are the top 4. So let's look that. So what we'll do is we'll first execute this. We'll write a new code for this today. Okay, just do this and comment this. I'll paste it again. We'll put here as let's say 6. Okay, and I'll just what is dot specifies here, guys?
Class.
And for ID, what kind of
Hash.
character?
Hash.
You people are practicing. That's good to know. Just find it here. Just this. So sometimes I use keyboard shortcuts to copy and paste and do some stuff. So if you guys don't understand that part, right, you can ask. Okay. Do display.
सर ये लोग का स्पेलिंग गलत हो गया.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So now we have reached here. So why this is everything is string? Why it is not coming to the next line? What we have to add here so that it will come to the next line?
Flex wrap.
रैप करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, correct. So I'll do flex wrap. Okay. I can get these things into the next line. Okay. Now let's look into the child square. So now what we are going to do is we are going to order it. The very first thing that we are going to look here. Yeah. So for now, right? Let's keep it simple. Let's keep only 3 squares. Okay. Let's keep only 3 squares. Okay. And we'll just use these guys to let's have it like this. Okay. Now what we are going to do is the very first property that we are going to look into is something called as order. How to order the elements inside the flex. So we know how to arrange it in the same order or the reverse order. That we can do using flux direction property, right? In the parent class. Now, if you want to order the respective flex items in different way, okay. So to do that, what we'll do is we will introduce. What we'll do is we will name each and every. We will have different names here. Okay. Item 3. Okay. And I'll have 3 CSS here. Okay. And this should be class. This will be the first square, the second square, and this would be third square. Okay. Let's come here and reload so that everything works fine. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a property which is going to tell in which order it is going to come. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give an order property here. This order property is basically related to the flex item property. Okay. Now and you can give a number here. So I'll give here 2. So what I'll do is I'll make the first square at the second position, and the second square at the third position. Okay. And the third square at the third square at the first position. Okay, so you can see here what I've done. I have just reordered it. Depending upon my need, I have reordered it, and I'll come here and reload. See, the third square has come at the first position, the first square has come at the second position, and the second square has come at the third position. So if people understood how I'm ordering this flex items inside the flex box, guys, give me a thumbs up if you people understood, or tell me that if you didn't understand, so I can teach it again.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, cool. So what I want you guys to do is implement the same thing in your laptop, computer, or desktop, so that we can move forward.
Sir, show me the code once.
Okay, 1 minute. What is it out? What if we order 8 or 9 more than the number? Okay, you're telling me that you want to keep you can order.
So,
See,
so show the another code.
okay, wait. See, here we have taken three items. If you want to take more items, you can take more items. Okay, that is not a problem. But in which way it should come, that you need to define.
No, like if I want to child square 3 as 8 order 8, so it will be according to like it will order itself as the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't have. I mean, see, it will always take up the values what it is there. The number of elements matters. If you're giving something different, a different value, right? It will keep it as always at the last. See, it is already in the two. So let's try this way. Okay, we know this is in the third position. Let's try this as 8 now. Okay, and I'll come and reload here. See, it will just disrupt all the properties.
Okay, sir.
Right? So see, what happened here was so it's always better to count the number of elements you have, I mean childs you have, and based on that you need to reorder. You need to put the orders. Okay.
So is there any option of shorthand in this case, or we have to separately mention in all these child classes?
You have to mention it in all the child classes.
Okay.
Or you can, or if you don't want to write separate CSS, what you can do is we can comment all this. Okay, we can comment all this, and we can have just a single class for all the child. Okay, and we will rename this as all the classes will have the same class name. Child to have the same class name. Then what you can do is you can add something called a style property. Okay, inside which you can write order as 2. Similarly, you can add this particular thing to all the ones, and inside that you can give the order. And what is this type of styling called?
Inline CSS.
Inline CSS. This is called inline CSS. Okay. So this will also achieve this. From this also we will be achieving the same. See?
It will be the same thing. Like can't we do like same order? Like is there any like shortcut? Like if we order according to the need.
See, there is we don't have a way. See, each child element need to be told in which position it's going to sit, right? So it is not like a single line will do that job. Okay.
So let's say in general, if we use the Instagram and we upload a new picture or something, so how that new picture get updated at the front side or at the topmost level?
Okay, that question and this one doesn't get interceded. That is
I mean,
purely
it is not related to that. We cannot do.
No. What basically happens is whenever Instagram you open Instagram, it will call an API. In database, your photos will be there, right? They will sort it based upon the creation time. and they will send you.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay, like that.
got it.
So this is how you can do this stuff. Okay. No. So this is one way of doing it with the grid. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts, guys? If you people are comfortable with this, please implement this in your laptop, computer, and desktop, and let me know to either give me a thumbs up or put it in the chat so that we can move forward.
सर CSS वाला स्टाइल इसका स्टाइल शीट दिखाइए ना सर उसको.
Okay. This is actually. So I have done an inline styling now. If you want, you can do all this also.
सर ये जो
ठीक है।
नया कमांड ऐड किए हैं सर उससे क्या हो रहा है सर इसमें?
कौन सा कमांड?
सर ये
ऑर्डर ऑर्डर वाला.
यस सर. सर HTML.
So what we basically doing is initially we had for each child we had a separate class for which we are writing CSS. Okay, so it was kind of a redundant job for us. So what we did, we created a single class and we have given it to all child. Okay, all child we have given the same class. So all the common styling will be applied there, and whatever style that we need to give specifically to that particular class, what we have done, we have added a style attribute to which we have given these respective CSS style value. Yes, Pradeep, what's your doubt?
No, sir. Yesterday you showed that different colors for a content. No, sir. Can we use disco light, like not a rainbow one? That color has to be changed with respect to time. Can we use any property like that?
You want to change color?
Yeah.
So if you want, you can change color directly here. There is nothing problem. You can use background color attribute here, and you can give that value.
No, not like that, sir. It has to be changed with respect to time. I mean, for 5 seconds one color, for 5 seconds like that.
So you're asking about the animation part, right?
Like that only then.
Yeah. I'll do one thing. We'll cover that in the Saturday class. Okay. That's
Yeah,
not part of this. It's I know you are enthusiastic about the CSS. I'll tell you how to do it. Okay.
Yes, sir. They need to be there. Okay.
Yeah, Vijay. You can use the transition delay. Cool. So yeah, guys, if you guys have given this, please give me a thumbs up or put it on chat, guys, so I can move forward. Okay. Okay. Now let's jump into the next property. Okay. Let me go back to the normal one. Okay. The next property that we are going to look into is something called as flex grow. Okay. Flex grow is an property which we use in order to make this each item relative and grow a particular item depending upon the other size. Okay. So it should have a basic value. It should have a default value as 0. Okay, where if it is not mentioned, it has a default value as 0, and you can use the property as flex hyphen grow. Okay, and for example, I'm giving it as 1, and for this I'm giving it as 1, and for this particular one I'm giving it as, let's say, let's give this as 2, and let's give this as 7. Okay, so let's see what actually happened here. Okay, so see, the elements has relatively become larger depending upon its size. Okay, So 1, it has nearly stayed the same. For 2, it has increased a little bit, and for 7, it has grown a little bit more. So this growing part, right? We can't be sure that how much it is going to grow, because all things are relative based upon the initial size of the elements. Okay, so basically we use these kind of CSS in order to Abhishek, what is what you're telling? I'm not able to understand. One minute. Yeah, sorry. So what basically happened? So yeah, I've given a wrong value here. So it should be. Thanks, Abhishek. Yeah. Now let's go here and see. Okay. So basically, what happened was, so depending upon the value that we have provided to it, okay. So it has made the objects grow in that manner. So the unit of the very first one, okay, that is taken as 0, and from there it is multiplied based upon the relativeness of how much space the flex container has. Okay, and that is called as flex grow. And this particular property, you can ask me where we use in industry. So take the example of let's take the example of Instagram app. Okay, so we know all the tiles in the Instagram profile page are of the same value. Okay, but initially there was a beta version of Instagram, very starting. Okay, so at very starting there was a beta version which had an option to change your layout sizes. Okay, so there this kind of properties were used. Okay, yeah, that's about the flex grow, guys. Any doubt in the flex grow? Shubham, you want the math behind the grow function?
Means how much it grow when we increase the size 1, 2, 3 means.
There is no particular. That's what I told you. There is no particular value that you can assign it to. It is relative based upon the other objects. It calculates itself.
It's related to the parent div or
no, the other child elements, flex items.
Okay.
And total space given by the container. I mean the parent container. Okay, like that.
It's only increasing by width, not by height.
So yeah, this is flex grow is for you could say yeah, it's for width, for width. I have not used this. I have not seen this property used for height, but it's a good question. I can look this and tell you guys.
Okay, sir.
This growth contain means like margin space, also the means width of another child, right?
Yeah.
Margin with
child. Basically it will grow on the space which has it has free to grow for. Okay. So yeah, guys, if you people understood this, please try to implement this in your laptop, desktop, or computer, and let me know so that we can move forward. Guys, you understood this concept, right? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Okay, Sabir, what happened here is initially all the childs, right, are in the same size. Okay, then what you thought was there are extra space around the corner, around the flex container. So what you made, you asked the respective flex items to grow based upon the other flex items. So it will be relative to other people, other items inside the parent. Okay, to do that, what you've given for each child of the flex item, you have given a property called as flex grow, to which you give a degree to which it can grow to the respective size. Okay, so for the first one, I have given us 1, and the default value is 0. If you don't give this, the default value is 0. And so I've given us 1, and I have given other one is 2, another one is 7. So so it will grow based on depending upon the other items. It will see the other items how it is growing. Depending upon that, it will grow. Okay, like that. Is it clear now, Sabir? Flex row will never go out of the parent. Yeah. Yeah, Praga, I don't jump out of the parent. So it grows based upon the other items, so that okay, guys, give me a thumbs up, guys, if I can move to the next topic, or put it in chat, guys. Okay, cool. So see, guys, so we have this flex grow. Similarly, the opposite, to shrink the size, we have one more property called as flex shrink. Okay, so let's try to implement that and see how that happens. Okay, and default value for the shrink is 1. Okay, the default value is 1 for shrink. Okay, so these things are related to how how the other elements are. Okay, so let's give it as 1, and let's give flex shrink is 2, and here flex shrink as, let's say, 7. Okay, let's come here and reload this. So it has almost come to the nearly the same size. Okay, because these two are 1 and this is just 2. So what basically here it happened was, okay, I'll just give only one particular item as 0, then you can see how that goes. Let's reload this. It's almost the same. So what we are trying to achieve here is the flex grow and flex shrink. Let's take this as not a quantity of length or width. Let's take it as a quantity of, let's take the quantity of time or speed. Okay, how fast it should grow, how fast it should shrink. So depending upon the other elements, it will relatively fix itself how fast it needs to grow. So it will try to cover all the space inside the parent container. Okay, so that is how this is happening. So flex grow will grow it, and flex shrink is it will shrink it. Yeah, we could say it's kind of an opposite. Okay. Guys, any doubt here in terms of flex grow or flex shrink?
So please repeat one more time.
Okay. See, flex grow is a property which is telling the particular child to grow. Okay, it's just telling it to grow, and the rate of growth, how fast it should grow, that is the value that we are giving here. And for flex grow, the initial value is, the default value is 1. Okay, right? So it will grow on its own. So the default value of flex grow is 0. Okay, and it will compare itself with the other flex items, and it will grow based upon the speed which has been assigned to it. Okay, it will try to grow as much till the complete parent is filled up. Okay, the same thing happens with flex shrink, where the opposite part of growth happens, where if it starts, it goes on shrinking. Okay, the default value for flex shrink is 1. If you don't give it, it is the regular size. Okay, so we will specify the speed in which it should shrink. Okay, so this is called as flex growth and flex shrink. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So why have you given this value 0?
I just gave, I mean, any values you can give. It's an whole number starting from 0 to 10 value. So just try to see. So, yeah. So any doubt here, guys? Okay, cool. So let's if you guys want to implement, you guys can implement this. Please do it. Try it out in your machines and tell me whether two people are able to do it. Actually, this flex concept, right? The very first interview that I attended, at that time I didn't know the concept of flex. Okay, so yeah, Dharam, that is the next topic that we're going to cover. So I was telling, yeah. So the very first time when I was attending interview, right, at that time I didn't know flex. It was kind of a shame at that time because there was a CSS question that I was not able to solve because that needs to be solved using flex box and flex container flex items. So I did it through float and margin. I was able to get the output, but that was not the correct approach. Yeah, you can use flex grid, or you can use the alternative for flex, right? You can use grid, or you can use float or margin. You can use anything. Cool, guys. Give me a thumbs up if I can move to the next topic, or put it in chat, please. Great. So let's move to the next one. The next one is called as flex basis. Okay. So flex basis is nothing but it is the value which will specify the initial length of the particular flex item. Okay. So currently these items have taken up whatever we have given initially, like the width and height, right? So if you want to override these values, right? So you can also do that by using a flex basics value. Okay. So let's try that out. So what happened here was we have something called as width here for the respective child. Okay. Here we are going to add one more item, which is called as flex basics. Okay. So flex basis, I'm going to give it as 200 px. Okay. So the starting of this particular flex element, this particular element would be the 200 px. So I have only changed it for the third one. Okay. Third one. So see, it has grown bigger. It has overwrapped. It has become wrapped. Okay, because we have used wrap here. Yeah, we have used flex wrap here. If you have not used flex wrap, in that case, it might have exceeded here. Okay, like that. So basically, the size we can give an initial width to it. But if you want to change the respective child element only to different size, I mean different width size, right? You can use a flex basis, which is the minimum width that it should have. Okay, and you can ask me, why do we need to give a separate basis? I mean, flex basis here. I can directly change the width here directly. It is possible. You can change it directly the width, but the concept of flex is the child elements. All the child elements will have a single CSS class. Only the very defined values should be changed through inline CSS. So if we have implemented a single CSS class here, in that case, all the three elements here will have the same class. So in that case, if you want to only change the width of this tree, right, you can add a flex basis here. Okay, this is what the flex basis concept is about. This is the initial length of the flex item.
Sorry, it is just for creating the width, increasing the width.
Length. Yeah, width or length. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Any doubt on flex basis, guys?
We can also increase the length.
Length is the width here.
Okay.
The one you're talking about this, right? That vertical text,
Yeah,
that is
I'm
the
talking
height.
about.
That becomes height here. Okay. No. It's only for the length.
हेलो
Yeah, the one.
हाँ सर मैंने पढ़ा था यदि आप फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन अपन ने यदि कॉलम सेट कर रखी है तो फिर वो
It
फ्लेक्स
will take.
बेसिस वो विड्थ पे वर्क करेगा
Yeah. It will. So for this, it is row only, right? So I was
Okay.
asking. I thought your question is for this particular example.
Okay, it will work na then for
Yeah,
height.
it will work. It will work. So in this example, we have initially we have taken up the direction as row only, right? So the flex basis, everything will be in the horizontal axis.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. Any doubt on flex basis, guys? Anyone? Okay, please try this. Try this out in your computer, laptop, or desktop, whichever machine you're using, and give me a thumbs up or put it in chat, guys, so that we can move forward. I got the first thumbs up. Okay, Abhishek. Let's check what you have asked. See, the size of this is 190 px. Okay, so it's basically the 200 px now. It's not adding the extra 80 px. What we have already defined. It's not 300 px. It is 200 px. Okay, cool, guys. So let's move to the next one, which is called as the flex property. Okay, the flex property is nothing but it's an yeah. So see, next we have something called as flex property. Flex property is nothing but it's an shortened notation for three values. Okay, so what values are those? We can have flex for three values. First one would be the flex growth. Okay, the next value would be the flex shrink. The third would be flex basis. Okay, so if you are going to give these three values, right, the respective element will modulate based upon that. Okay, so let's consider the very deadly example. I mean, very dead example. It should be okay. I'll just comment this so that people can use this for reference. So I'll type here flex 0, 1, sorry, 0, 1, and I'll give flex basis 400 px. Okay. Let's try a weird example. So this is the way it is going to look. Okay, if I increase this particular size of this, right, let's say I increase this to 600, and let's see how it is. See, it has increased. So basically, the growing and shrinking will happen simultaneously, in which the size of the particular flex items, the initial length would be 200 px. From there, we start growing and shrinking based upon the rate we have given, and we'll try to cover up as much space it will take up. So that is the way you can use a flex property to wrap the three values: flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis.
So I have a question. like how flex grow and flex shrink are working together, like why there is need to use them together.
Okay, 1 minute. Just give me a minute. 1 minute, Kriti, sorry. Okay. So yeah, so there is no need to use both the properties together, but there are certain situations it might pop up. I'm not getting an exact real-time scenario where we need to use it, but yeah, there are few way of creating graphs instead of using the particular graph where you need to use a real-time div or something. Instead of using a particular real-time graph, a few people try to use basic HTML structures to create the real-time graphs, where the growing and shrinking will happen based upon the real-time data. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there you can look. Maybe there you can hook this concept. Maybe.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, this is all about the flex space. Just try to implement this one, guys. Your laptop, desktop, or computer, so that we can move forward.
சரியா మీ అక్క షిఫ్ట్ నీ అకౌంట్ పంపించు మా అక్క అది వచ్చి మీ అక్క నంబర్ పంపించుతుంది నాకు ముందు నుంచి రూపాయి ఎత్తి ఉంది నేను మీ అక్క నీ అకౌంట్ పంపించు ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் கொஞ்சம் எத்தி ஏதாவது வழியில ரூபாய் இதை பாஸ் பண்ணிடு பண்ணிட்டு మీ అక్క போய் பேங்க்ல எத்திக்க முடியுது ஏடிஎம்ல எல்லாம் ஓகே
Hello.
Yeah. Rupam, I'm not watching movie. I got an.
Okay, sir. I don't know it's you. Actually, there is.
Yeah. Actually, I tried to mute myself, but I got a voice message. I don't know. I got a call this time. I didn't expect a call from this time, so I was just
Sir, it's
thinking
okay.
whether it's kind
I'm
of.
just thinking there is another person.
No, it was me. I tried to mute myself. I didn't know why.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I should say sorry. Speaking of movie, Rupam, I have planned to watch Don't Look Up today after the class. So yeah, guys, this is Pushpa. I have watched in theater on the release date itself.
Language, sir.
In Telugu.
Wow.
I
But
watched all.
But in Hindi, there must be in Telugu language.
So I watched all the movies in that particular language. I know a lot of languages, so yeah, that's not a problem.
How many languages are you know?
Let's talk that about after 11 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
So let's focus here for now. So yeah, you people have implemented the Flexbox.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Taggedale.
Good. So yeah, let's move forward, guys. Okay. Good. So the next one we are going to look into is align self. I know it's kind of an hazy topic because yesterday you people got a lot of confusion between these things, right? So what I'll do is I'll just park this topic. Okay, the align self. So on the Saturday, I will take especially half an hour to explain you guys align self, align item, and justify content. Okay, all these three things we will detailedly look into that time. Okay, is that okay for you guys? Or do you want me to take it right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. That seems like a good place. So yeah, let's move to the next concept called as CSS page. Saurabh, anything? So yeah, let's move to the next concept, that is CSS grid layout. Okay, So you people know what in grid is, right? So basically it would look like something like this, whatever you are seeing in the screen. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is called a grid, and we'll try to mimic this particular thing in HTML using CSS. Okay, so similar way, what we are going to do here is we are going to have a code here in the same way, but let's comment this and write a new code for that. Okay, so we'll have a parent div inside which we have a child divs. Okay, and we have, let's say, 9 child divs. Okay, and to the parent div, which is going to have this particular grid property, display as grid, that is called as grid container. Okay, the same concepts like flex and grid. Okay, so let's give the name as let's give it as grid container. You can give any name. So for understanding, I'm giving grid container. Okay, okay. So what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll add a new CSS to this. It should be grid container. Okay. Here I'm going to give the grid width and this one. So I'll give width as around 400 px and yeah, 400 px, and height is around, some say that's 500 px. Okay, and I'll give something called as display grid here. So this is the property which makes the particular parent as the grid container. Okay, so for flex we used to give display as flex for the parent, right? So here we are giving display as grid here. Okay, any doubts in this one, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, cool.
Can you please repeat it?
Okay, see what we have done is we have created a parent child relationship based HTML element. Okay, we have a Sabir, I don't think so. That would be a good option. Okay, so yeah, I'm coming back to the earlier point. So see, what we are doing here is we have a parent class and we have a respective child class. Okay, and we need to display these contents as in terms of this kind of layout. Okay, in this kind of layout, if you want to display all the divs, we have 9 divs. We want div 1 here, div 2 here, div 3 here, like that. If we want to show, for instance, right? So what we do is we will give the respective CSS for the grid class. Okay, the parent class is called as the grid container, and the child are called as grid items. Okay. Okay, so this is the way it is called as grid container and a grid item. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Somebody was asking. Yeah, okay, cool. Fine. So what I'll do is I'll just give the respective value for the grid. For class, I have for parent I have given the grid container, and for child I'll give us grid item. Okay. And I'll give the same. For now, we don't need. We will cover in the next topic. Just give values. Okay, fine. Let's come back here and let's just add. We don't require this flow also. It's okay. Okay, fine. And let's give. Yeah, I guess this will work for us. And for the child, you can give grid container. All the direct children of the grid container automatically becomes grid item. Yes, Rupam Jishi, that's correct. All the direct children of the grid container will become grid items. Let's give it a background color. Let's say blue. Let's come here and reload the page and see. Okay, so see now all the grid containers, right? It has come up here. Okay, so what here happened was I have given grid as a display as grid. Okay, so there I have need to give a few more CSS properties in order to make it in the grid manner, to look it in the grid manner. Okay, so what properties I have need to give is in the grid container. What I'll do, I'll add some respective properties. Like I'll add the way the column should look like. Okay, all the there is something called as grid template columns. Okay, let's take that property and let's discuss how that works. Okay. Okay, so grid template column is nothing but it's nothing but it defines the number of columns the respective grid should have. It will define the number of columns the respective grid should have. Okay, so that way we can know, right, how many columns we have in the particular grid, because the grid is all about rows and columns. So we need to tell the grid, the HTML file or the browser that how many grids, how many columns this particular grid needs to be split into. Okay, let's consider we need to have we will take 3. Okay, so I'll just give 3 auto. I mean, let's take the size based upon automatically it should take the size. So we'll give auto. So I'm giving auto because the total size of the grid, right, it will be split into three columns. Okay, I'll come here and give reload. See, it has splitted the complete grid into 3, the complete width of the screen into 3 specific columns. Okay, because I have given here as auto. Instead of giving auto, if I come here and give 100 px, 200 px, and 300 px, in this case, it will create in that manner. See, this is 100 px, this is 200 px, and this is 300 px. Okay. To let you guys know, let's add border to it. Okay. Let's have a border. Let's sorry. Yeah, 1 px. Let that be solid, and what color? Black only. And let's reload this. See, this is 100 px, this is 200 px, and this is 300 px. Right, guys? So this is called as the grid. This is how we need to define a grid in CSS. People understood how we have defined the grid and how we have defined the grid items for now. Okay, guys. So I want you guys to implement this particular grid concept in your desktop, computer, laptop, so that we can move forward after that. Okay. Guys, if people are understanding this or not. Guys, reply something so that I can know.
Understood.
Please implement this, guys, and give me a thumbs up if you people have. Okay, guys, have you people implemented this?
No, sir, just a wait.
Okay. Preeti, the next one that I'll okay. Whatever you asked as a doubt. Any one of you guys are I mean, attending any kind of interviews now, right now?
No.
Okay. So I would say like attend as much interviews you can, so that you can that can give you a bit of experience on what the industry is looking for and what the industry based questions look like. Okay, it always keeps you in a good shape.
Sir, but what should we mention that means front end or back end? Front end means so many they are asking. Back end means
Okay. I mean, it depends. Okay, I think it's turning into a big topic to discuss. We'll discuss it after the grids. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes, Saija.
so please show the browser page.
Okay. You're validating your output with my output.
Sorry, sir.
No, you are validating your output and this output.
Yes, sir. I'm matching them. Yeah, I'm matching them.
Dharam, try to look into a website called Ambition Box. Ambition Box interview bits. These websites have very particularly questions from different organizations. You guys have heard about NUS, right? National University of Singapore. This is in Singapore. It's a very prestigious university. Have you any one of you have heard about that university?
What's the name, sir?
National University of Singapore, NUS. That comes in the 12th rank on all over world.
No, nahi suna.
Okay, no worries. If you can Google this, because Singapore government has launched a new blockchain-based project. So I was interviewing for that particular role previous year January. I didn't get selected. That was because of the reason. Two reasons. One, I didn't clear the last round, and the other reason was I was in India that time, and due to COVID. That's the reason. So yeah. So what happened was it was a very good interview. I'm telling this because it was a really good interview experience. They gave me a site called as etherscan.io. It's an open public site. They asked me to create an exact copy of that. Okay, I thought, okay, it's a very big job, so I should go and type very good code. So I sat down, wrote code in React, Node.js, and all. But those guys are expecting my code to be very simple in terms of HTML. So yeah, I mean, sometimes, right, you have to. Sometimes simplicity matters a lot. Though I cleared the coding round and two technical rounds. The third technical round was based upon the blockchain, but I was not that much familiar with blockchain at that time, so didn't clear. It was a very good experience. So always try to learn as much concepts you can. That will always help you. Abhishek, yeah, I'll be there for you guys to. Yeah, so 1 minute, Swapnil, I'm just answering Abhishek's question. So Abhishek, I'll be there. I'll be there till your backend development, I guess. Swapnil, yes, Swapnil, what doubt you have?
Sir, why this greater than symbol are used?
Here, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
This is to select the child. So in the grid, so we have learned selectors, right? The child selector. This is a child
So
selector.
all div can be selected.
No, inside this is the parent. Inside this parent, what all child with child HTML element
No,
are there with
inside the parent, if a number of child are here, so the number of child can be get selected.
yeah, all the childs will be get selected, which are having a div element.
Okay sir.
Yeah, they are just
सर
div tags.
मेरे में ये वर्क नहीं हो रहा सर. ग्रिड टेम्पलेट कॉलम अगर ऑटो करता हो तो वो कॉलम में
spelling
नहीं, रो में जा रहा है.
You might have given grid template rows. Did you use grid template rows?
No, columns.
Check the spelling. If you have you given display as grid?
But
Yes,
I'm
sir.
also facing the same issue.
You're also facing the same issue.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys facing like this? Are you guys facing like
Yes.
this?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes.
That means you have not applied this particular property correctly. That is the reason. Have you applied this grid hyphen template hyphen
Yes, sir.
columns
Yes,
to the parent?
The same code, just same as
Okay.
your code.
How many childs you have added? You have 9 childs.
Yes, sir.
No, I have 4 childs only.
Okay, in that thing, yeah, in that thing also it should work. See, I'll just take away I'll take away this. Okay, and come here and reload. So it should work. So I think there is some code difference in your and my file. I think so.
Might be
Okay.
some spelling mistake or spacing or something.
Might be there. Might be there. Just check once again, guys.
No, ये लिखने पे आता है सर 100 पिक्सल 200 पिक्सल 300 पिक्सल पे वैसा आएगा. अगर मैं ऑटो करता हूँ तो वो नहीं आ रहा है. आप ऑटो कीजिए एक बार.
Auto, you need to give 3 auto. How many autos did you give?
We need to put number of autos.
Yeah. If 1 auto means it is only 1 column.
Okay, sir. That's why not working.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Sapna, did you were able to do this? Or still you're facing problem?
पर मेरा तो कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा ऐसा.
Okay, let's okay. What can you just send copy your code and paste it in the chat?
हो गया सर. वही इशू था सर.
No, for you it is okay, but for Sapna there's some other issue, I guess.
Okay, sir.
You can take down your hand, I guess. You're surprised.
Sir, how many times we have to give the auto?
Okay, 1 minute. One minute. Sapna, I think the 300 that you typed, right? You have typed 3OOPX. Instead of 0, you have used OO.
Where, sir?
In the grid template columns, right? You have 100 px, 200 px, and 300 px, right? You have used.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
No worries. Yes, somebody was asking a question, right? Sorry, I just intercepted that.
Yes, sir. I'm asking that how many times we have to type auto?
How many columns you want? That many times.
सर रिपीट यूज कर सकते हैं ना.
Yes, sir.
Repeat. I think so.
सर
You're
रिपीट
talking
करके
about the grid template columns repeat.
नहीं सर सिर्फ रिपीट आता ना. रिपीट में ब्रैकेट के अंदर जितने कॉलम्स चाहिए वो और उसके 4 कॉमा जैसे ऑटो डाल देंगे तो हो जाता है.
Okay, I have not used it. I'm just learning new today, so probably.
हाँ सर वो वैसा हो जाता है रिपीट से.
Okay. I have not used the repeat, so that is. So thanks
सर
for
ट्राई करो ना एक बार. सर पहले ऐसा नहीं. पहले उससे पहले कितनी बार 100 पिक्सल चाहिए वो 4 बार चाहिए तो 4 कॉमा
Number of columns.
यस सर अब हो जाना चाहिए.
Okay. Yeah, it's working.
बस
Cool.
हो जाता है.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Cool. Yeah, I think we also learned a new concept, guys. Using repeat also we can do it. So instead of using separate 100 page, also use a repeat here.
And one more, sir. Instead of 1 pixel, we are giving FR.
1FR, 3FR.
Yeah, FRA.
Fractions.
Yeah, fractions. I think somebody mentioned it in the chat, but I missed it. I only remember. You only
मैंने
did, huh?
mention किया था.
Okay, sorry. I missed that. Okay. It's continuously messages are coming in, right? So it's difficult to track that message and teach at the simultaneously. No problem. Right. So yeah, guys. So if your people are comfortable with the grid template columns, let's move down to the next one. Next one, the same as that, but the one that we are going to use now is called as grid template rows. Okay. Okay. So similar way, we can give as many rows we want. Okay. PX and let's say the PX. I need 2 rows. Okay. In that case, I'll get the first 2 rows will be somewhat looking like this, because all the I have a single row here. If I add the column here, right? If I add the column here and the grid template rows, then it would look like something. The first 2 rows will have the respective height that we have given. Okay. So we have 3 rows here. Okay. 3 columns here. So each column will have a width of 100 px, 200 px, and 300 px. Okay. And we have 2 rows here. The first row and the second row will have 100 px and 200 px height, and the third row will have the nominal height. If I give 300 px here, it will take up 300 px height. Okay. See, let's take it up. So this is how you can create a grid of different height and width based upon the grid template column and grid template rows. Any doubt here, guys?
So please repeat one more time.
Okay. So see, what I'll do is I'll have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a 3x3 grid. Okay. So to do that, I need to have 3 columns and 3 rows. Okay. So and I'm giving a way to do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use grid template columns. Okay. Where I'll give 3 rows width. If I want to give extensible row, at that time I can give auto. And now I have to also give the rows that particular thing, right? So to do that, I'm giving this particular. So I have 3 rows. So I'll give the height of these 3 rows. Okay. And I'll save this and come and here and reload this. So I'll have a grid there. So is it clear now?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if people understood what grid is, what grid container is, how to make a parent container as a grid, then how to use a grid template column, how to use a grid template rows. Please implement the same thing into your laptop, desktop, or computer, and let me know whether you are successfully able to do that. Somebody has given me a hat. Okay, guys, let's move forward. In that case, we have 2 more things. With that, we will end the grid item. I think we have to skip the next class. Guys, are you feeling this class is slow? Do I need to speed it up?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Sir,
sir.
so it's
No,
all
sir.
good.
You should also go in very slow, sir.
Okay.
इससे भी थोड़ा slow होना, sir.
Oh, it's still slow. Okay. If I go more slow like this, then I will be not able to finish up the syllabus. You people will be not
कोई
able
ना
to sit
सर,
in the
दो साल तक चलेंगे सर अपन.
Really? Not like that. Okay. Then if I go slow, right, they will automatically change your. They will give you a new instructor to manage this batch. Okay.
And if no one raised the ticket,
भाई साहब हमको जल्दी जल्दी खत्म करके जॉब लेना है। आपको 2 साल पढ़ना है तो देखिए आप कुछ और।
Chill out, chill out. This is just joke. So don't worry about it, guys. I'll try to finish it off at the same time. Okay. And the people who are very, very interested in getting a job and who want to get into the industry very fast, want to earn. So yeah, guys. So for them, I'd say it's good. Be motivated. And the people who are thinking to learn concepts very deep and clearly before getting a job, that is also a good approach. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. So getting a job is a very easy task. Okay. The thing is, it becomes easy when you have all the knowledge inside. You should have around 60 to 70% of knowledge of full stack development to sit in an interview, and you can clear it in a shot. Okay. But if you're aiming for a very good company, right, then as I said before, you need to be very strong in your DSA and your technology side. So both sides you need to manage. Okay. So that depends upon where you are currently in your life. Okay. If you are a fresher, then DSA is very strong. That's good for you because few companies take freshers. Most of the freshers, if they have a very good DSA. And if you are in 1 or 2 years of experience, then you should have a good DSA. Plus, also you should have a good technology in your hand. That's mandatory. That becomes a mandatory stuff for 1 or 2 years experience. Okay. And as a fresher, you should know a good DSA and a very what do you say, a excellent DSA and a good technology, or excellent technology, a good DSA. So this combinations will work. Okay. Saurabh, I guess this might have given you some idea.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, cool, guys. So have you guys implemented this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, Preeti, for your comment. Okay, let's jump into the next one, which is the justify content. If I'm not wrong, you people remember the justify content, right? Yesterday we discussed one particular thing called as justify content. So similarly, we are going to look into the justify content today. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to put the justify content in the parent. Okay. So justify content, I'm going to give it a value like, let's say, center at first. Let's go with center first. Okay. Let's do this and reload this. Okay. What it will do is it is going to set the complete grid into the center of the page, because grid is in block element, so it has complete. It is going to take the complete width of the screen. So put the particular grid in the middle of the screen. We are going to use justify content as center. Any doubt, guys?
So we did justify content. Okay, in a parent.
Yeah, we have did it in the parent. You're asking if you do it in the child, the numbers would come in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
So any doubt here, guys, in justify content center?
No, sir.
Okay. So here we can use different values like center, then space evenly, space around, and we have a space between. Okay, let's try that out quickly. Space around, then this would be space evenly, and this would be space between. So if I save this and run, which particular justify content will be loaded in the screen?
Between.
Yeah, the last one will be getting applied. Okay, let's just comment. Let's just comment this thing. Let's see how the space around it looks like. The reload. See, it has spread it. It has spread its columns so that it spreads across the complete width. Okay, this is how the space around will look like. Now let's move to the next one. Space evenly. So it will evenly space between all the rings. So the space here, the space here, and space here, and space here would be all same, all same. Okay, that is the difference between space around and space evenly. Space around is the way to hold the complete space. Space evenly is to have space evenly distributed before, between, and after. Okay, and the space between will focus on the between the space between them. Space between them. It will not focus on the space before or after. It will completely depend upon the space between them. Okay. Any doubts on these concepts, guys? Space around, space evenly, or space between?
सर कॉलम के बीच में तो पेज आ रहा है।
रिपीट सर, एक बार पूरा जो भी है ना, स्पेस सेंटर, स्पेस अराउंड, स्पेस बिटवीन, स्पेस एंड इवनली, ये एक बार एक एक करके रन करके दिखाइए ना, क्या क्या चेंज हो रहा है। तो एक
Sure. Yeah, any other doubt? Somebody was asking one more doubt, right?
सर एक कॉलम के बीच में तो पेज आ रहा है, लेकिन रो के बीच में पेज आने के लिए क्या करना?
So for that we'll be using another value. Okay, that's called as align it. Okay. Yeah. So coming to Saurabh's request, so what I'll do is I'll do the center first. So here in center, you can see all the content has submerged in the center. Okay. So now let's move to the space around. Okay. In the space around, you can see the complete rows are distributed across the image. Okay. So now let's move to the next one, space evenly. So when you do space evenly, the space before, between, and after all are equal in terms of space evenly. Okay. Then let's go to the space between. So in space between, what happens is if the space between the columns is equivalent. Okay. All the other columns are either pushed to the corners, and other things are sized in such a manner that the between these spaces are matched the same way, same value. So is it clear, Saurabh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
Thanks. Yes, Saija.
So I don't find any significant difference. For me, it's like all is same.
No, there should be. You are not able to see it on the screen.
So I'm not able to find any difference between them. In every function, I don't find anything like this. There's something happening.
Okay, see. So you're able to see here, right? This is space between. Okay. So what here happened was all the columns, right? The last two columns are pushed to the complete end, and other columns are spaced in between such that the space between each columns are same. This particular space and this particular space, you're able to see the difference, right? You're able to see both are equal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's I'll just move to the space evenly. Okay. In space evenly, if I refresh, if you see what happened was the in space between, the between spaces was utilized a lot, and that was taken care of a lot. But in space evenly, the space before the column, after the column, and between the columns all are equal. You're able to see the difference here. What is the difference?
Yeah, sir. It's as well.
Okay. Now, if I go to the space around, okay, space around here. See, if I reload, right, you can see these the other two, the first one and the last columns has moved a little bit further, because what happened here was the space around will take try to take in charge of the complete space. It will not think about the to evenly distribute it. Okay, so that is what the space around will do. And in terms of center, let's see this slide. So in terms of center, everything is submerged at the center. Saiza, is it clear for you right now?
Yeah, sir, much clear.
Okay, cool. Any other doubt, guys? Okay, great. So please implement these 4 concepts. Just justify content, center, space, around space, even in between, so that we can move forward to the next concept. Saurabh already done. That's great. So, that is really good, Saurabh. Writing code simultaneously.
So you was about to tell how to add space in columns.
Yeah, that is the next topic that I'm going to cover.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are so fast, so fast. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if people have implemented it, so that I can move to the next one. Yeah, Dharam. That's correct. And as an instructor, I can't do that, right?
पूरा हवा आ रही है यार
पता है मैंने तू ठंडे पैर क्यों लाएगा उधर
ठंडे
Cool. Shall we move to the next topic, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next one is something called as align items. So this is basically used for vertical spacing. So till now we have done the horizontal spacing. I mean, to align the content in horizontally, we use justify content, and to align the content in the vertical manner, vertical alignment, we use align items. Okay, so these are the first. Again. Okay. So this is how it is done here. Just give me a minute, thanks. See, so now what we have done here is we have given align items a center here. Okay, so giving align items center, what it has done is it is vertically aligned it. Okay, vertically alignment have happened. So rather than putting it into, putting everything into the single central location, what it done, the vertical alignment has happened there. So in vertical alignment, it has distributed it so that everything is in the center position. The complete setup is in center position. And you people might have a doubt why this it is distributed. The reason it is distributed is here. See the length of the width of the particular grid, right? Grid item, right? It is nearly 100 px, but height is not there. So that is the reason it has. You people see it has been distributed out. Okay. Rupam, is your doubt clear now?
Yeah.
So any doubt here, guys, on the justify align item center?
So
Okay, please type.
so we can use the other values also here in align items.
Yeah, you can use other values also. We will be using that. We will have this 4 values space around. Space around, then space evenly. Then space between. So for now, let's have these values. Let's try out one more example where we have justify content in the center and align it in the center. Both values. Okay. In this case, what happens? See, it would look like something. When you mix both of these values, right, it would look like something. So you can produce a lot of combination of variables depending here. Any doubts on the align item, guys? Why we use align item and why we use justify content? Are you clear on that part? Give me a thumbs up, guys, fast.
So why we use this?
Okay, so we use justify content for horizontal aligning, and we use align item for vertical aligning. Kaija?
Yeah, so.
Okay, so let's try out the next one, which is space around. Let's try out the next one. The space around. Okay, let's see about this. So space around has a different meaning here. So what it has done is the current size of the particular height of the particular thing, right? The complete setup, right? It has tried to take up the complete height of the element. So previously, the same setup we found it to be justify content as center. At that time, it was in the middle. It was everything was submerged in the middle because the complete width was very large. But here now, you can see the complete width height is right is that much only. So that is why everything is being touched down to each other. Any doubt here, guys, on align item space around?
सर मेरे को पर्पस नहीं समझ आया इसका.
Okay, see, the purpose of align item is to put a vertical space. Okay, so as we have seen the justify content, that was used to give a horizontal space. Let me draw this. Okay, see, I have a grid. Okay, I have a grid. Okay, now all these columns and we have drawn it in this manner, but actually this grid is nothing but like this. It would be like this. It is like this. Okay, it's nothing but it is a combination of 9 sub child items which are represented in terms of a grid. Okay, so if you want to do a vertical horizontal spacing, I mean, if I want to space between these two things, right? Or here the spaces are. This is for this I use justify items. Okay. And if I want to give space here, this at the height, top and bottom, or between them, right? I'll be using align
Yes,
item.
sir. Yes, sir. I got it. I got your
Okay.
point.
Yeah. So this is why we use it. So there, so don't always think that if the center, both places, if I'm going to use the same property with same value, it will be the same result. No, it won't be. Okay. So this is about the space around. So let's check about the space evenly. So space evenly will also nearly look the same because the height is almost set. Okay. And if you go for the space between, right, that will also will look the same because the reason here is the height of the grid, right? It ends here. It ends here. If I'm going to increase the height of the grid, right, in that case, what it will happen is it will be able to move around. Like we had the option, we were able to see in the justify content. Okay, so that is why we are for all the three values we are getting the same output. The reason of we are getting the same output is the height is almost fixed here. You got the reason, guys, what is happening here. See, the height is almost fixed, but the width, see, the complete div's width is completely large. Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to convey here?
Can you show the like by changing the
Okay, let's cool. Let's try that. Okay. Let's have an let's take this is 50 this is 300 px, right? Let's take the height as 500 px. Okay. And then let's reload this. Okay. Now it is somewhat bigger. Okay. Now let's try out the space around. Okay. Okay.
So when we was not giving the height, it was considering the div as much as we have given height.
Yeah, it was taking the height of the nose, because the total length of the nose, the complete. So only 300 px nearly. Okay, like that. So yeah, this is how it would look like, and hello, hello.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
audible, guys.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying was so basically when the height was when the height was not given, right, at that time it was taking the total height of the div was considered based upon the grid template rows. So it was 100 px, 100 px, 100 px. So the total length of the div would have become 300 px. Okay, are you getting the point, guys?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, this is how people can try these things out. Okay. And what next was, okay. I think this we have to push it to the next session. The grid CSS grid item. So any doubts so far, guys? I mean, today's class, starting from the flex items, then the CSS grid layout. Why we use grid layout? Then how we have defined the container. Then how we have till these things, guys. The grid item we'll take it up in the next class. So any doubts so far, guys? Any doubt in the implementation or the way we have coded? Anything, guys? Give me a yes or no.
No, sir.
No doubt you are telling, or you didn't understand?
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay.
So, sir, what I'm getting is in the last example. So, suppose we have a room and we have some objects. So, if we have the we have filled the room with the objects, we don't have any space. So, if we have to move the items, so we need a greater space so that we can move the items.
like that, sir.
No, sorry.
Actually, we have increased the height because the height was
Yeah.
limited and it was compressed like that.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Cool. Yeah, Rupam, you have a question. Justify content, align all items on main axis, and align item aligns all the items on the cross axis. So the concept of axis, right? The main axis and the cross axis is for flex. Okay, and for grid, you can consider the same way. Same understanding is okay. There's nothing wrong in keeping that in understanding, but try to keep that instant. I mean, in terms of grid, whenever you're answering a question in interview, try to speak in terms of vertical and horizontal alignment. Okay, that is the correct words to be used. Okay. Sumitra, you were about to ask something. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's all for today's class. Okay, so let's move down to the MCQs. Okay. It's great, man. Today the class strength has gone up to 33, 34. Are you guys spreading the words that to come and join the class? Or, because initially it was around only 22 or 23. Now 10 more people are coming consistently.
Some people got batch transfer from upper batch.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Batch transfer. So why this batch transfer is happening? Is it because of?
Yeah,
is it
because I also took the batch transfer. Like I had some problem in backend, so that's why I took a batch transfer.
Main two reason.
दो
One is
reason है sir.
taking automatically, or the second reason attain you gives automatically if you fail in any module.
Oh, if you fail in any module, they will transfer it to another.
Like as in this month I have test on front end and DSA.
Okay.
Okay, if failed in DSA, then took batch transfer.
Okay, I didn't know that actually. I mean, I'm kind of very much new to the process.
बहुत tough है.
Okay, I've created the first MCQ, guys. Please go and answer. Guys, I'm creating the second MCQ. That is also for 2 minutes. Please go and answer this. I've created the third MCQ, guys. Please go and answer. I've created it a fourth MCQ, guys. Please go and answer those. Rupam, if the interviewer asks you flex versus grid, right? In that case, your answer should be like more of a comprehensive one, which would state like depending upon the screen requirement or the customer requirement, the data that we need to show on the screen. If it is mostly of a single dimensional and no more big greater operation that we are going to accomplish on that, then we'll be going on flex. If it is a more two-dimensional way data, where it needs to be showed in a grid-like format, where all the elements would be related to the other elements. In that case, we need to look into the grid type of style. See, every time any concept that we are going to use, right, that all depends upon two things. One, if it is better than the other concept. Second one, the requirement that we are going to get it from the design team. So I just explain you how this design team, the teaming structure works. Initially, there will be a marketing team, which will be a business team, which will sit down with the customers. They will find whether we need to create a particular product, how we need to create the particular project like that. So they will gather all the business use cases and give it to the product team. The product team will take the business use cases. It will have the complete overview on that. Then they will design a bit of an architecture on that. Then they will give it to the technical team. Technical team will look into that. It will create the architecture. The core team will create the architecture. Depending upon the architecture, they will create a high level and low level diagram of each use cases. And with that, they will start creating small tasks which can be assigned to the developers, who can develop and give it this these things. Yes, Apna, I'll update the GitHub PPT and code after this class. Yeah, guys, that's all for today's class, guys. Any doubts you have, any doubts or anything, or if people are facing any issue in the class, do you want me to change something? Just be frank with me. Yeah, I'll create the attendance, guys. Tomorrow we will start with the bootstrap. Maybe in this is the sixth class, 3 more classes we have in CSS, and after that we'll start with JS. I've created the attendance, guys. Please go and check this. So yeah, guys, any doubts that you have that I want to take it up? I want to take it up the doubts that the people are facing or having. So Prag, okay, it's already it's almost 7, so I can answer this question. So I work on smart contracts. That is true. I'm not using Solidity. We are using Hyperledger Fabric. So there we use the chain code. which is also that's also a form of using smart contract and Hyperledger Fabric. That's an enterprise blockchain.
So, sir, like in Marn, we are doing as a Marn stack developer. So we can even switch to the like if we know about the smart contracts and we can switch to the like decentralized things.
Yeah, you can switch to, but being a full stack and a blockchain developer, right? That is a deadly combination. So don't lose any one of them. Okay? So
No,
we
like
should have, we should.
even this like the websites are like even the monsters are using like smart contracts and all like because the
Yeah,
websites are also get
yeah,
decent.
that is true. That is true. If you know, you can use it. But the current need of decentralized networks are not that much currently, but it will grow on demand.
So like this Web 3.0 have some potential in future.
It has a lot of potential.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Rupam, but I think I was instructed to keep the chat as one-on-one. Okay, so sorry on that. I'll just check with the written school team. If that's okay, then I'll open it up. Okay. Yeah, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Any doubts that you have, you want me to clear up? Cool. Cool, guys. That's great. You guys have been a wonderful audience to me today. So let's catch up for tomorrow. Okay. That is one doubt. Like if we have a knowledge of HTML CSS now. Okay, PT, what's the doubt? So for which profile we can go for it? So if you have a good knowledge on the DSA, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then you can go for the front-end profiles. Or if you're going to try it out like in front as in fresher, then you can go for a software engineer profile. Software engineer profile compromises of everything, and it gives an opportunity to learn and grow more. See, read the job description. Okay, if it is written as software engineer, read the job description or job role. You will understand what they are looking for. Okay, front-end developer, yeah, that can be possible for now. But I'm experienced in different IT field. What experience do you have, PD? Okay, I mean, what exactly did you work for? I mean, work with in marketing or telemarketing or so or any other kind of products? So you was there in AWS support. Okay, that's great. And okay, you don't like it. Okay. See, AWS is a very big thing today. If you people have learned, you are a full stack developer, and you are also taken up some courses on DevOps. Uh, Either you know AWS or Google Cloud. That is also a deadly combination. Yeah. I mean, don't whatever knowledge that you gained in the support, right? AWS support, the IT support, that is all are worth to you. Okay, always mention those things in your resume. You guys. Okay, guys. Anything else that you like to know about? Sure, I'm in your connection. You. Okay, sure. Like, start applying. Don't think about profiles and all. Okay. So whatever you know today, you know DSA, so you can go for software engineering course, right? Software engineer, and you can also apply for front end. Okay, but I'd say if you're not started yet, then wait till the JavaScript or React, then start applying. So as a fresher, there should be focused. You should be focused on DSA and all the tech stack that whatever we are learning. Whatever we are learning today, full stack development, focus on that. Then mention on.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Junaid. Okay, guys. Thank you. Good night, guys. If no more questions.
Good night, sir.
Good night, guys. Bye, guys.